Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5. Texas A&M going quickly. The play action fake. He's going for a big play downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Leaves it with the back. The pirouette on the run.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Coming after him. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the 1st down.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Reed. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. How frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a quarterback like that. They finally get him out of bounds.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Texas A&M going up tempo. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Unleashes it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. On first down, here comes this offense. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Texas A&M 3, Alabama 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the left. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Hard running there. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. At midfield, he's got room. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll try the run.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the single back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Finds a crease at the 20. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for space, it's Moss. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And after
Dumbass.
this short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 7, Texas A&M 3.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Now the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Nice job by this defense. That's the way to set the tone in the second half. First drive, get them in a 3rd down, get the sack, get the football to your offense. That is how you get back in this game really quickly.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Texas A&M going quickly. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires downfield, working that left side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go.
Your G-string was flicked on that one.
Terrible play and a big loss. Now on 2nd down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Texas A&M 3.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He's looking deep. Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Brings it in down the left side. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Offense working from the pistol. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Snap it to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down.
How about that?
Hey, I'm sorry about your G-string, dude. Sorry you got poopy on your G-mag.
Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Fighting off the defender. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Yeah, man, good game. Sorry about your G-string.
Done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, let me tell you something, Mr. Television Announcer. They don't ask me how I won. They ask me if I won.
That is all that matters, Mr. Television Announcer, but I think you'd want to play better on offense. You'd want to score more points, but Reese, Jesse, I want to learn as I win. I don't want to learn as I lose.
And I know you're loving this one, David, because in today's era of modern college football, with all these spread offenses and up-tempo, we're used to seeing a ton of points. We're not used to seeing a lot of games like this. I wouldn't get used to seeing it, but for this team right here, they got to love the way that they played.